part 2 of the 10 ways in which I've received inspiration to write songs. Number 5 on the list is a song comes to you spontaneously while you're leading worship. The most outstanding example of this in my life is in 1993. I was in Germany, about 4,000 people there, and it was an event in which the primary emphasis was we are not going to plan exactly how this conference is going to unfold. So there was 3 worship leaders at least, and we would just be in communication with one another about, did we have anything that we felt like we should be doing in the upcoming session? In this particular session, I had a burning image in my mind of Revelation 19, Jesus on the white horse. All I had in my head was the first line of the song, "He has fire in his eyes." I had no idea where it was going to go. Got up there, said to the band, we're in the key of D, and I would sing a phrase, turn around to them, say, go to the G chord, go to the A chord. That's how the song happened. And it's remarkable, and there's not a lot of examples like that. More commonly, I would get a portion of a song idea in the midst of leading a worship set. That's a little risky. It's like surfing a wild wave. But if you're in a church environment that accepts the idea of spontaneous singing in church, you never know what might happen in the middle of a service. Number 6, while you're planning a worship set, a song may get dumped on you. Again, the most outstanding example of this for me goes way back into the late 80s. I was preparing a set on a Saturday, and the sermon series that was going to begin the next day was on the subject of the grace of God, the unconditional love of God. God dumped a song on me called Precious Child, which I've sung many, many times, and it ministers the love of God to people. When I wrote it, I was in tears because God was ministering to me the reality of his love. It was just one of those intersections where God knew I needed to not just know in my head, but experience more of his love for me. So he gave something to me so I could give it away and it could be life to people. And so in the middle of planning a set, I could diverge from planning phase into, okay, I think God's doing something. And that was one of those rare songs that came more like dictation than hammering it out, and it was not 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration. It was the other way around. So while you're planning a worship set. Number 7, a current event, either in culture, in your own life, in your family's life, in your church's life, will be the initiation point for a song idea. You may be disgusted with what you see in politics, and that gives rise to a song. You may have just gotten engaged, and you are overflowing with gratitude and love for your beloved. You write a song. One time, our church moved into a new church building, and that event was the initiation point for a song called "We Are Your Church," because we wanted to emphasize the fact that the building is not the church, the people are the church. And we don't want our identity to be in bricks and mortar. We want to be an active body of Christ that loves one another and uses this building as a means of serving our community. Okay, that's the end of session 2. We'll finish off this list of 10 in session 3.